Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm basically about to do my makeup, and so I thought today why don't I just sit down and kind of talk you through my makeup routine. It's not the greatest lighting at the moment and I'm dealing with what I can. I am trying to find out what is the best setup of how I can do a makeup tutorial, what would be the easiest way to do that. So for now, I am basically filming where I normally do my makeup, and I have a mirror right in front of me here, and this is basically just behind my door. So I'm going to, start doing my makeup, show you what I use and show you what I do. And if you guys like these types of videos, and if you guys don't mind the setup, please let me know. Let's get started. To start off and priming my face, I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D Lock-It Hydrating Primer. I'm going to do about maybe 2 or 3 pumps of that on the back of my hand and just kind of moisturize that into the face. Now that my face is a little bit primed, it's gone a little bit red because I've been smooshing the product all over my face. I am just going to go in with my concealer and cover up all of those areas so that that primer can just sit on my face for a few minutes before we dive right in to the foundation and the eyes. I'm going to go in with the NARS Creamy Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla. That is the shade that I use. And I'm just going to dab on the areas where I want to have a little bit more coverage. I'm just going in with the Zoeva, what is this one? The 142 Concealer Buffer, and I just like to buff in my concealer. Going back in with that same concealer, I'm just going to prime my eyelids. Going back in with that same brush. Now to set that concealer in place, I'm going to be setting that with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. And I'm not sure what shade I am because it's usually on the front, but that has completely faded now. I actually am due for a new one of these powders. And I just set that all in place like that. Now that that's all set in place, I am going to move on to my eyeshadow before moving on to my face. I do like to switch it up between what I like to do, but for today's look, I'm going to try and do something a little cool and a little funky. So that is a really bad way of saying it. So I've got multiple palettes in front of me at the moment. I have the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have the Kylie Jenner palette, and this is the Holiday 2016 palette. Which includes these shades right here. So I'm not exactly sure which ones I'm going to go for at the moment. I'm kind of thinking more of a cool tone look instead of a warm tone look. So these palettes both have versatile shades in them that I can work with. With this shade Buon Fresco from the Modern Renaissance palette, tap off some of the excess. I'm just going to use that as my transition shade for the lid. Okay guys, second color I'm going to go in with is Love Letter from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I forgot to mention what brush this is, but it is the 228 Luxe Crease brush. And I'm going to be going in with that same brush and just intensify that transition and that crease even more. am blending my shadows a little bit higher today because I am potentially thinking about doing a cut crease. So I'm going to just do them a little higher just in case I decide 100% that's what I'm doing later on. I definitely have two techniques when it comes to blending out my shadows. Sometimes I prefer to do windshield wiper motions, but sometimes I actually find it more effective to actually pat the product onto the eyelid instead of directly swooping. I feel like you get a much more even spread and blend of the color. So I'm really taking my time to just make sure that all of the edges or everything is blended out seamlessly. Might look a little messy now, but I will be cleaning up the edges of my looks, and that's kind of why I like to do shadow first, because I can clean up my mistakes without ruining half of my product that's already on the face. So it is a little bit easier at times. Okay, so I think I'm really liking the deepness of those two colors together. I don't think I'm going to add anything deeper than that because I do want to add a shimmer on the lid and have it still look really nice and seamless with the other colors. So what I'm going to do is actually pop that away, and I'm going to start carving out my cut crease. Here we go. So for the cut crease today, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral, and I'm going to just start carving out my cut crease very so slightly. I'm going to pop it back on the edge of my hand just so I've got a little bit of colour to work with. Okay. Yes, and I think I'm going to go in with the Zoeva 226 smudger, but I'm not going to be using it for smudging. It's just a flat packer brush, which I think will be really nice to be able to work with that. Yeah. I just decided to grab a little angled brush that'll help just kind of clean up the area and make more of a precise Okay, we kind of got a little cut off there. My mum decided to give me a call. But what I was saying was I have the two cut creases cut at the moment. This eye isn't as good as I would like it to be, but this eye came out pretty good and I'm really, really happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the crease brush before, and I'm going to go back in with that red called Love, or that pink called Love Letter, and just kind of blend in those creases at the end. I'm just going to go in with the Zoeva Defined Crease Brush, which is 224, and this is a clean brush at the moment, so I'm just going to go in and kind of clean up all of the edges and kind of fix all of that up, blend in what may be missed, and then come back. I really do like doing this technique, especially because when you've got so much color on the other brushes, it really, really helps to kind of just blend in any seamless lines or harsh lines and not be adding any extra color to the eye. Okay, now that's it for the transitional shades. I'm going to go in with my All Nighter setting spray. And not to set my face, I'm going to go in with one of the shimmer shades from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I seem to be using this palette for the entire look today. It's so versatile and I absolutely love it. There's warm shades, cool tones, so it's awesome for just so many different looks. Okay, so for the shimmer shade today, I'm going to go in with the color Verma, and I'm just going to spray some Fix Plus or some Urban Decay setting spray just to intensify that shimmer a lot, adding a a shimmer can be difficult at times to apply. I am so happy with that. It's going to be really hard to see in this lighting. As I said before, I am working with natural lighting and it is quite a gloomy day outside, so I will show you guys the finished look once it's all complete. I will just step you through the process of this and then I'll show you guys a finished look at the end. So I'm going to go back in with the Australis black liquid eyeliner and just do a little bit of a wing down the bottom. It's going to be really small. And it's actually, I don't think I'm going to take it all the way to the inner corner of my eye. Okay guys, so the eyeliner is officially done. This is what the eyes are looking like at the moment, and like I said, the lighting is quite dark at the moment, so if you guys can't see it, I will definitely show you guys. But we have finished the eyes. The eyes are completely finished, and I'm honestly so happy with them. It's kind of one of the first times I've actually ever done a look like this before, so I'm super excited to keep being creative. And if you guys like these types of videos, please let me know. I'm going to go in with the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I'm in the shade Mont Blanc Light 2, if that's even the shade color, but we're just going to go with that. Now going back in with my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, I'm just going to conceal underneath my eyes. So I'm going to go in with the RCMA Original No Color Powder and just bake underneath my eyes. Okay, so whilst that's baking, I'm going to be moving on to my eyebrows. Now, I actually prefer to use an eyeshadow for my eyebrows. For the moment, I haven't actually ever really used a brow product, and I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, what the actual... the eyeshadow is just always what's worked for me, and that's just how I like to do it. So that's just what I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to go in with the Morphe Nature Matte Palette. I'm going to go in with this shade down the bottom. It's just a light brown shade down here. And yeah, that's the color that I use for my shadows. Going in with a slanted brush from Real Techniques. This really helps me line them really well. And I don't go in with them too heavily. I am just going to keep it quite light. Okay, now that my eyebrows are done, I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques Big Fluffy Brush and back in with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. First, I'm just going to wipe away this bake. As James Charles would say, like it's been sitting there for at 350 degrees. And just go back in initially with the rest of my face and set all of that foundation into place. I'm going to move on to adding a little bit more color into my face, and I'm going to go in with the MAC bronzing powder that looks like this, and just with an even smaller packing brush. that the majority of my face is done, I'm gonna go into back under my eyes and add some color underneath there. I go back in with Love Letter and blend that underneath the waterline to smoke it out. Now I'm going to add a little bit of highlight to my face, and I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette. And this is extremely dirty, so please mind all the excess. But I'm going to go in with this shade here. The rest of the shades I struggle to match to my skin tone, so I feel like this really helps a lot when it comes to that. I'm going to go in with the Soft Definer by Zoeva. Tap off the, I'm just going to go in on my cheeks. Now with my finger, I'm actually going to dab into that shade here and place it right in the inner corners. Okay, now using my lash curler, I'm going to curl my lashes. In with the Maybelline Lash Sensation Mascara. And for lips today, I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade Mannequin. This is honestly like my favorite ultimate nude shade. I know there are so many variations of nude out there, and I absolutely adore this one so much. And last but certainly not least is the Urban Decay Makeup Setting Spray All Nighter, just to set all of that in place. Okay guys, so this is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoy. I wanted to do a little bit of a close-up for you all. And yeah, I'm so super happy with it. I hope you guys like these types of videos. I've come out of my corner now, and if you guys are wondering, that is where I do all of my makeup. So that is where I decided to film today's video. If you guys don't mind that type of setup, please let me know in the comments below. But if you would like me to try and change it up and work out a little bit of a better setup, I'm definitely happy to do that as well. But yeah, please like and subscribe for more videos. I'm thinking about posting every Wednesday and every Sunday, but of course that can change. So yeah, I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!